Hi, Peter. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Pete. Nice to see you too.
It's been a long time since we've met and seen each other, but it's a pleasure to see you at least this way.
I do appreciate you making contact with me about this, and I'm glad I can see you at least like this.
Thank you. And, let's start with the first question.
Thank you.
So, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself? Could you tell us about where you grew up and what was your childhood like?
So I was born in Slovakia. I'm from a village called Bolton Aduhom. Many will know it from musicians, etc. It's in the east part of Slovakia. I was born in obviously in that part, and then when I was about 6 years old, my parents started to migrate to the UK and then to Holland. So my childhood was basically Slovakia, Holland, England. So I'd say I grew up between these three countries, 1 or 2 years in each country. So it was kind of mixed, but I obviously I understand now why my parents had to do that. They had to look for work, they had to escape discrimination, racism, etc. So it was kind of, it was mixed because you'd live in Slovakia for a year, make your friends there, family, relatives, and then go to England on your own, start school there. It's difficult. I would say it's very difficult, and then move to Holland, start learning that language. So it definitely wasn't easy, but I am grateful to my parents that they have done that because it turned out it was for my best and my brother's best good, basically.
Absolutely. And also it must have given you very good kind of insight into different cultures and different lifestyles. So how would you compare living in Slovakia, in Holland, or in the UK?
So of course, living in Slovakia, you live in your own little community, Roma mainly. I remember going to school; it was a Roma class, um, and then moving to the UK, for example, and you're in a class with mixed races, with white, black, Asian, etc. So it's kind of, I'd say, as a kid, it's a shock to you, all these different cultures and getting used to everything um, around here. But I think as a kid, you can settle and you can adapt to situations quite quick. Um, and I think I managed to do that really well, and my brother as well.
Lovely. And what do you like about UK, and about the life in the UK?
I think life in the UK is, I class the UK as probably the best country in the world. I mean, I've not lived in many other countries apart from Holland and the UK, but from what I see in my experiences, I don't think I'd be accepted in many other countries as I am here. Um, I don't feel that I'm different, i.e. Roma, as I definitely feel in Slovakia, in my home country. So the UK, as we know, it's so diverse, multicultural, and I just think we fit in here in terms of Roma. We fit in really well here. The UK gives us opportunities to do whatever we want to do. Whether you're 30 years old, whether you're 15 years old, you've always got the chance and the opportunity to do what you want to do and make out your life what you want to. So I think it's the acceptance by society as well. That's for me the most important thing, and ultimately that gives you, the path and the options for the future.
Very nicely said. And you said that you are from the Romani background. What does it mean to you to be a Roma?
For me, Roma is my identity. It's the main. For me, it's the main element of my identity. It means the most. I'm so proud of it. I mean, I don't understand how people can hide it or be ashamed of it. A lot of it is because it is hard in Slovakia to be proud of it. We know how difficult it is, and I've experienced that myself. But for me, that means the most, and I'm proud of it. And I do many things to show my identity and be proud of it. And I hope that people will start or are already doing that as well.
Lovely. Now, let's look at your career in the UK. So, before we get to it, actually, what was your dream job when you were growing up?
I know when I was little, it was solicitor, but then as the years went on, I think I was about 13 or 14 when for some reason, I just thought, you know what, I want to be a police officer. And then from then, it was always police, police, police. So yeah, I'd say it was initially solicitor, but then police officer.
Lovely. And I can now obviously involve that you are a police officer. Could you tell us a little bit about your journey into the police?
Certainly, yeah. It wasn't easy. I think it started in 2013 when I was in Slovakia in summer holidays, and I've had a chat with a few friends, had a look on the internet, and I noticed that there was a special constabulary recruitment in South Yorkshire area. Had a look into that, and obviously found out that it's a police officer volunteer, which is, as has been noted, it's a great step into the regular police officer's path. So I applied for that, and somehow, I don't know how, got in, passed all the assessments and initial training, and then I was out on the streets in Rotherham as a special constable. It was really difficult, you know. Being a police officer is difficult, but a special even more so. So I did that for about a year and a half, I think, and then I applied at South Yorkshire to become a regular police officer. Their assessment requirement was 60%, and I scored 59%. So that was, as you know, a massive disappointment. And I think I made contact with you about it as well. It wasn't pleasant. However, about 3 or 4 months later, Cheshire Police were taking on, accepting police officers, and they were accepting 55% or over. So that was a big chance for me to apply. Eventually, when I did apply, I passed all the initial stages of the recruitment until it came to the vetting. For some reason, I didn't pass the vetting, and I was told basically, that's it, it's over. So as you might imagine, it was the worst day and week of my life, I think, at the time. But then I appealed that, and I was successfully allowed to join Cheshire Police, and I joined in 2015 in May, and I've been working here ever since as a police officer.
Lovely. That's very obviously a great achievement, to become a police officer in a different country. And so, what do you do now? What role are you doing in the police?
So at the moment, I'm working from home because I've had COVID, so I'm still recovering from that. However, as of next month, my role will change from a response officer, as you know, responding to treble 9 incidents, so all emergencies. So my role will change from being on that unit to being on what we call roads crime unit. So dealing with traffic incidents and the high end of roads crime incidents, basically, which is my dream role in the police. So I am really grateful that I've managed to achieve that and start that next month.
Lovely. What would you say that were the most exciting things in the police over your nearly 6 years of policing career? What would you say that were the most exciting jobs?
Wow, yeah. I think for me, it's the rush that I get, the adrenaline from jobs. So from, I don't know, stopping cars and running out and dragging people out and cuffing them because, they are a drug dealer or they're wanted by the police, to, helping people and, seeing how upset they are, and you can change 1 or 2 things and improve their day. It varies, as you know. This role, you can go from sitting in the office doing nothing to being at a murder scene the next second, as you know. So I think it's the rush that I get, the adrenaline, but also for me, a big part of the police is the police family that I've got, my friends and my colleagues. In this job, you need people to rely on. And I know I've got some really good colleagues that I can rely on, whether it's at work, whether it's personal life. But in terms of jobs, I can't think now of one that would come to my mind. There's been so many. Honestly, it's just manic most of the times.
I know the feeling because I get very often asked, and I used to get asked very often this question. And you can't really name, because every day is different. Every day is exciting, whether it's chasing somebody by car or on foot, smashing somebody's door, whether it's I don't know, searching for a missing child. Everything has got something in it that makes you feel like, wow, this is the job I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I don't know, I just can't pick one or can't choose one. I can't think of one because it's, you can't. I think it's difficult.
It is, yeah. And and also, obviously, I know about you that you are one of the three executive directors of GRTPA, the Gypsy Roma Travel Police Association. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
So I'm sure people will know, but obviously you started that with Jim, which was a big thing for Gypsy Roman travellers in the UK, especially police officers and police staff. So we are always grateful to you and Jim for doing that. And I'm sure I joined when you've launched it in London. So I was a member and then on the committee, but at the time I had a lot of things going on at the start in terms of getting into the police. And all the pressures from that. So I kind of didn't do much at the start, but now in the last 2 years, as you say, I'm one of the three directors, and there's a lot of work with that as well, and we do it all voluntarily, mainly because we're passionate about improving the service for Gypsy Roma travellers within the UK, but also European and international stage. And for me, knowing that there are other colleagues from Gypsy Roma traveller background is so important, and to share experiences, seek methods or ways to improve what we do in the police, and work with the leadership. I think that's important, and we are slowly seeing some changes and improvements in terms of how the police deal with Gypsy Roma travellers. For me, of course, Roma is a bit close to my heart because I'm Roma. I know more about the culture and about the people. So, it's a great pleasure for me when I can assist, whether it's with translations for a murder inquiry, or whether it's sitting down with the chief constable and advising him how to improve the service provision for Roma. So, yeah, it is good. We are busy, but yeah, it pays off, I'm sure.
Brilliant, thank you. And where do you see yourself in about 5-10 years time? Where do you see yourself in the future?
Wow. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. At the moment, I do enjoy the job in the police, and I have got aspirations to progress through the rank structure, doing my sergeants and inspectors, and potentially even higher in the next 10 years or so. But we never know with the job. As you know yourself, things always change. Politics get involved. The way we work changes. So whether I do stay in the police or look for, other career options, I'm not sure at the moment. But I would like to achieve higher ranks within the police. However, at the moment, I enjoy what I'm doing. So I think I'll just stick to that. And hopefully in the next 10 years' time, I can speak to you as an inspector or chief inspector.
I'm sure that you will, because you have got the aspirations and you're on the right track. So all the best really to you. And so lastly, Peter, what would be your final message to all the young people, but everybody that listens to those videos? What would you recommend to them to succeed and to kind of recognize the right path?
Yeah, so mainly for kids and young people in the UK, we've got massive opportunities, and regardless of your gender, your race, your ethnicity, your religion, we've all got equal opportunities. I feel that's the most important thing to realise, that we can achieve something. The key thing for me is dedication and hard work, because without dedication and hard work, you can have all the opportunities on the table there, but if you don't work hard for it and keep trying, even if you fail, it's not a failure, it's just an attempt. So keep trying, never give up, and mainly realise that we are quite fortunate to be living in the UK, and make the most of it. Honestly, make the most of it, because you won't regret in the future.
Very nicely said. Peter, thank you very much, really. I really appreciate your time and your contribution to this idea of inspiring young Roma people here in the UK and elsewhere. I really wish you all the best in your policing career. Obviously, stay safe. I wish you also quick recovery from post-COVID, and I look forward to see you soon in the future.
Great. Again, many thanks for inviting me. For me, it's a pleasure to take part in this and hopefully inspire at least one person. So again, many thanks, and I wish you the best as well, Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you.